Tacoma is a first-person exploration game that takes place on a space station in the year 2088. So it's a near-future kind of speculative fiction. You arrive on Lunar Transfer Station Tacoma. You are the newest crew member on the station, but as soon as you get there, it's clear that not everything is the way it should be. So you explore the station to try to find out what has been happening with the crew before you got there. You discover a lot of that in terms of communications between the crew members on the surface and the company they work for, but also these recorded augmented reality scenes of things that actually happened in their daily lives on the station before you arrived, and get to kind of see how they related to each other and what those moments in their own experience was.
There's some 3D hologrammatic-ish recordings of people going about certain parts of their daily lives. Those allow people to have quiet moments together or arguments.
In Gone Home, it's just voiceover. You find something and you find an object, and then you hear the recording and you're like, oh, so that's why this object was significant to Sam or whatever, and that's cool, but it's a non-spatial concept. You start hearing it and it's just in your ears, and it doesn't matter where you are, what you're looking at, you're just kind of like taking it in. And so these 3D recordings of these moments in the crew's life, if there's a party going on and there's a group of people on this side of the room talking, a group of people on that side of the room talking, and it's happening at the same time, you as the player aren't just sitting and watching, but you're saying, I'm gonna go eavesdrop on them, but it seems like they're doing something interesting and I should replay the scene and kind of get to understand what's going on from all the different participants' perspective. There's an exchange between people, but if you're really paying attention, you can notice that actually someone was listening in. There's stuff that couldn't come out in an audio diary, one, and that two, is totally on the player's level of attention and kind of investigation to say, I noticed every little thing about how this event played out, and that's built up my interpretation of what this narrative means. We've done research into how people live in submarines for an extended period of time.
There's a lot of good ways to try to be accurate. We're sticklers.
It's like if you were, housemates with people and you could never leave the house, right? Like there's no outside, the station is the station. And so I think a lot of it is just exploring how they first learn to cope with each other and then grow into being their own support system. Tacoma is, as far as passengers are concerned, it's effectively just like an airport terminal in space.
The station is there ostensibly as a waypoint, and it's got an entryway that is appropriately fancy for that level of people. And then there's the people who actually have to run it and keep it going.
People in the station use magnetic soles of their boots so that their feet can be tethered to the floor surface. When you get out of the passenger-specific areas into where the crew does their work and spends most of their time, you as the player can say, okay, I've found everything here, but up at the top of this chamber, there's more up there, and there's passageways, there's maintenance shafts, or there's objects, or there's messages, and Amy is able to push off and float to the other side and plant her feet, and now she's walking on another surface. Something that I was happy about with Gone Home is you don't get to play very many games that just straight up take place in the real world. It's not a house with zombies in it or whatever. And I think that was, in a way, its own version of kind of shocking, sort of. When it came out, you're like, wait, it's just a house. Like, that's weird. And so hopefully having established that baseline and then building a world that is in total opposition to that, but still having that core feeling of the people that live in this place or what matter, is kind of what I think is going to tie it all together.